Now I gotta ride or die.
So guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be asking a question that I get asked so much. What can I buy for £1,000? Now this is a really good price point. I think everybody can get £1,000 together, can save up and buy something that you can enjoy or that's practical. Something in the middle of there as well we're going to try and find today, but we're going to give ourselves a £1,000 budget today. We're going to jump on eBay and see what we can find. Now first off, I'm going to say that I'm actually going to go lowest to highest, and we're going to try and classified ads and cars that are physically for sale at that physical money at the moment. We're not looking at bidding cars because you never really know what they're going to go for. We're going to use eBay because that is the easiest thing for me to use. And again, I'm from the Isle of Wight, so I'm going to try and find a national search to try and find nationally anything that is, you know, around £1,000. What we're going to actually do is put in £1,200 into the search to see if we can actually find something, because at the end of the day, if you offer someone £1,000 cash, I fingers crossed they should take it if the car's up for about 1,200 quid. So let's jump on eBay, let's put our search criteria in, see what we can find. Right guys, so we're going to pick cars in cars. I did try and have a little nose a minute ago, the best way to sort of search this. And if you do go to eBay Motors and go to the car bit and then go lowest and classified or buy it now or whatever, it comes up with so much cars breaking and this and that. So we're not going to do that. We're going to try and just go simply down to the price bit and put £1,200. Now again, this is a £1,000 car video, but I do feel if anything is up for 1,200 quid, you should be able to get it for £1,000, if not under. You never know. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a little nose through. I'm just going to look at all of the listings to start with, because although we're not looking at cars that are bidding, I don't want to narrow our search down and just put the buy it now, because I do feel that will really cap what we're after. So a lot of cars I do feel on eBay are bidding and they've got a buy it now price. So let's have a little nose through. I'm not really sure what we're looking for, if I'm honest. I would like to think that we could get something really cool that's not spares or repairs, that's not damaged, that's not destroyed, that is running and driving, that's got an MOT for under that £1,000 mark. So again, another spares or repairs Fiesta there, long MOT, Part X bargain. Again, this, I do feel like these focuses, right, they're a good shout if you just need something that is dailyable, drive around. You know, this one's a little bit battered, very battered at the back by the looks of it. 500 quid, right? So that's our start. I'm looking for something a little bit more exciting than that, than a diesel Focus. No, that's not exciting. I'm just saying we could find something a little bit more exciting. Now, bidding, unfortunately, ST170, their spares or repairs, not what we're after today. We'll keep going down. These Mondeos are cheap, aren't they? I can't believe how cheap they are. Really cheap for what they are. Again, that's not what we're after today. We're going to try and find something a little bit juicier. Not that juicy though. Peugeot 106 Quicksilver GTI conversion unfinished project. £2,000? What? I'm not even going to click on it. That looks like it's had a life. An interesting life at the least. Right, let's keep going down. We want something hot hatch or, you know, convertible, cool, exciting, maybe something funky like this. Project car, hot pink Beetle. Again, I'm not going to click on it. Just assessing the market at the moment. Assessing the market. Now, if you're young and you're watching this video, here's a good shout. Lupo. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there be like, ah, Scale's car, I'm not buying that. This one is yellow as well, but you put a set of coilovers on that, even though it's a 1 litre, they are so fun to drive. I can't explain why I would pick that, but for 695 quid, it's got 146,000 miles in it, which is a little bit more than what we want, but that's not a bad shout. Again, KA, 1.3 litre, 699, 68,000 miles. 68,000 miles, that is insane. Oh, lovely BMW estate here. Let's just have a little nose at that. It's got a lot of people watching it. So, this is a good shout. Yes, it's in the middle of everything I've just said that I'm not quite looking for today. It's got a lot of stains all over it. Reasonable condition, well maintained. No sign. Mileage 197,000 miles. So again, if you've only got 700 quid for a 52 plate estate, that might be a shout. It's a nice car for the money. That is, nice car for the money. Let's keep going, because oh, look at that, 2.5 grand though. See, that's not what we're after, but long wheelbase 2004 Mercedes S-Class. That's a bit of me, not even gonna lie. Like that sort of stuff. We like a good limo. We like comfort on this channel. Let's keep going. Keep going. As you can sort of see, yeah, there's a lot of this sort of car. Relatively mundane, normal cars. We're not after that. We're not after the normality stuff. Splash edition, whatever that is. Mark 1 MX, Mark 2 MX5 with rust. So yeah, look at the back of it. Wow, that's really bad. Well, on face value, it's quite bad. I'm going to walk away from that one straight away, because rust and MX5 equals a bad time. It just does. We know that. Everybody out there knows that. And I'm not sure that Splash Edition is what we're after today. Let's keep going. Nice Saturday racer. Again, if you're a young driver, that's a good shout. Another little Fiesta there. 52,000 miles. Again, on face value, that looks fantastic. So I would say that's probably a pretty good shout. That is a pretty good shout. What we'll do is we'll go back up to the top, and I'm going to select closest to me. Caps me a lot with what I do and cars to buy. So let's just have a nose though, and let's go to buy it now. We don't want auctions. We're looking for a car we can buy literally tomorrow if we so wish to. So what is about? I'm probably looking at the south of England at the moment, but as we go down, it will obviously broaden our horizons as we go. Now this is a shout. If you're looking for a daily, that is, we're looking at all sort of ideas here. Yes, I will pinpoint a fun car when the time comes, but for 1,200 quid, you cannot go wrong with that. That is a lovely, lovely car that will go. Oh, it's got a big dent in the side. It's a nice car for 1,200 quid. Not too bad. That's a good shout. Jaguar X-Type diesel for 600 quid. Look at the interior. Wood grain, leather. That is a shout. Look at that. It's just a nice place to be. It's just a nice place to be for 600 quid. £600. Not bad. Anyway, let's keep going. We want something a little bit more exciting than that, if I'm honest. We want something fun. Here it is, the ultimate fun wagon. It's not really, but it says turbo in the title, so it must be fun, right? Automatic, 88,000 miles, Saab 9.3. I shot one of these for the channel. It was an estate version, probably a newer version than that. Very impressive little car. For a grand, say, there's a manual one, V6 turbo. Yeah, that's the one you'd want, the V6 turbo one. That's going to be more than £1,000 though, unfortunately. Yeah, £1,000 turbo, it says on it. That's not a bad shout. Keep going down. MGF. Again, we built an MGF for the Green Light Challenge. It was a bit of fun. It was good. It was a good laugh. It didn't really excite me the way an MX-5 does. Spending a lot of time with an MX-5 and then a lot of time with that MGF. We did 800 miles in it. It was a good laugh. For 500 quid, not too bad. I wouldn't buy one. I've owned an MX-5 and not a lot of cars compete at that price point with that sort of car. Mark 3 convertible, it just doesn't quite tick the box that we're after today. 3 Series BMW. Let's just have a little nose. We're going back into the BMW realm. Lovely checker plate blue on the floors. Wow, that's nice. 70,000 miles, 2 litre. It has got the spice. We're after more spice than that. We want some spice in our lives. If we've got this price point, we're after something that is going to excite us when we get in it. Here we are. Right. Now we're talking. We're getting somewhere. It's got 218,000 miles on it. Where have you been in it? 2002 Toyota Celica T-Sport. That is not 190. So 190 brake, or 190 brake as they put on the back of it, or on the sheets when you buy it. That is not a bad shout. It's been to the moon and back, and if you don't mind that sort of stuff, I'm not saying cars that have got this sort of mileage are bad. It's really down to you actually going and driving this thing to see how it is. But That's the sort of car we're after, something a little bit more fun and exciting. Other than that, Honda Civic Coupe probably won't be a very desirable version of the Honda Civic Coupe, if I'm quite honest. It's very rusty again. I don't think that's a car you really want. It's not going to have the engine you want. It's not going to be any desirability in the fact that it just either goes along and it's 1.5 non-VTEC, whatever it is. Right, so I've put sports car into the search because we're after a sportier car. Yes, you can buy mundane cars all day long for under £1,000 or at least 1,200 quid. I do feel it's a little bit harder to find something that's a little bit more exciting. 206 1.6 HDI Sport. Because it says sport in the title doesn't mean it's a sports car as well. It's 4-door as well. Just a little bit, yeah. Again, good if you need something that will do everything. That is the sort of car you want to be buying, especially for, you know, £1,075. Almira Sport 1.8, a car you just don't see. She's a 2-door. It's got a bit of mould inside, I'm not even going to lie. The interior is a little bit suspect, I think the word is. May have been sat for a while. But it says sport in the title, so it must be a sporty version. I've never actually driven one of the Almiras. It would be interesting. Going past that Celica we've just looked at. Mark III facelift 1.4, 16 valve, Formula Sport, Seat Ibiza. Not a bad car, not a bad car. This is the sort of stuff you get on eBay though, just loads of this. Front drive shaft for a Vauxhall Astra for 50 quid. Let's have a look. Right, Mazda 3 Sport. Let's have a look. 57 plate, in black, with some dodgy seat covers. Not bad. What sort of mileage are we on that one? That's a good all-rounder again. That's another all-rounder, although it is 71,000 miles, although it is, again, a little bit more mundane for what we're really after today. Now, this is the point where I'm going to start looking at the related cars that come up when I put in sports cars. So, the first one that hits the nail on the head is a Z4. Now, a Z4 would be a fantastic shout at £1,000, but it's not going to happen, is it? It's not going to happen. So, let's go Z3. See if there's any Z3s out there. There's one for £10,000 there. Wow, that's a lot. 67,000 miles. Right, let's just go lowest to highest. Let's see if there is a buy it now one. Right, here we are. It's an automatic. I put my hands up and say it's an automatic. It says spares or repairs project in the title. Not really what we're after, but the fact you can get a Z3 in red with nice black wheels. It's got a bit of lacquer peel. The front bumper's a little bit, you know. That's, at the end of the, oh, it's automatic. At the end of the day, for 1,000, 1,200 quid, not bad for the money, I suppose. Another one there, £195, 43,000, 143,000 miles. Yeah, you could probably stretch if you wanted to for a bit of a better version. Let's type in convertible. Related convertible, 1,200 quid. Let's see what we can get. Audi A4 1.8 turbo. That is a fantastic car because not only can you get everyone in it, it's got a relatively big boot considering what it is. The roof goes down, and this is the one, mate, turbo model, so you can do bits to it if you so wish to. That, although it says spares or repairs on it, the car starts up. That's very good information there. If you could get one of them under 1,200 quid, you are laughing. That is a fantastic car for the money. It really, really is. Let's just keep going. More classified ads. VW EOS. Now, I'm going to say out loud, I've wanted one of these for years. When they first came out, it was a Golf that was a hardtop convertible, and I see one stanced out once. I know I'm talking to the very few that would actually agree with me at this being cool and like practical but convertible at the same time. I've seen them depreciate so much that I've seen these at about 1,200 quid for a 2-litre TFSI one. So it's the Golf GTI. If you could find a Golf GTI engined 2-litre manual petrol black with red leather for like under £2,000, I think that is a fantastic car. Not only it does everything, it looks cool. I think it looks cool anyway, but hey, what do I really know anyway? Now let's keep looking. There we go. What did I just say? What did I just say? Diesel. It's a diesel one? Ah, diesel one, not too bad. £990. £990. What's wrong with it? Let's have a look. 2-litre TDI. I bet the roof don't go down. One of these, the problem with these, if I remember correctly, while I was watching various ones that were relatively cheap 5 years ago, the roofs seem to be the biggest letdown in this car. They seem to break a lot. That is a shout for 900 quid. What's wrong with it? Let's have a little look. Leather seats. Yep, there you go. Roof is closed, but won't work. What did I say? There it is. So, yeah, that's not a bad shout for the money, I think. Not written off by the looks of it. I would go for that. It's economical, because if you need economical or you're on a budget, it's relatively new that it's nice inside. It won't really go wrong because it's a VW product, or if it does, it's not going to be that hard to fix. It's comfy, it looks cool, it's something a little bit different. I'd probably try and go for one of them if it was me. Oh, look at this. Vauxhall Tigra. Vauxhall Tigra. Look at that. When was the last time someone bought one of them? Again, a car I've never really been around, and it intrigues me because they've depreciated so much. 999. Choice of 2. Heated leather. Very, very interesting car. No offers at 999. So it's under our £1,000 price bracket. Yeah, not bad. Convertible Astra, not really. Look at that. Here we go. So, sorry about bringing all the German stuff into it, by the way. Just the German cars at £1,000, I think it's just the best shout. It does everything. It's nice inside. It's, you know, all that sort of good stuff. If this was around £1,000, manual, it's got a cup holder. That's what we want, and it is an S-line. 113,000 miles. Yeah, that's not too bad. It's got a problem with the brake lights stay on at all the times. It would be a brake switch thingy. Yeah, not too bad. That might be worth a shout if it's around that money. It does say make an offer here, and it's bidding with no bids on it at £1,000. So again, they might want £1,000. They might want over, might want under. Oh, now this is what you want. It's all of the things that I've told you not to look at for £1,000. It has damage, spares, repairs, and project in the title. Wow. But it's decked, so it's alright. That means it's broken, in my opinion. Broken, broken, broken. It has one wheel this side that isn't quite there. But SL55 AMG, it's not £1,000. It's category C write-off. It's got 9 owners. It's not the car you want, but that is sick. That's a really, really cool car. I like them a lot. Let's reel it back in, though. And what we'll do is we'll try and find an estate car for this money. Because we're trying to pick, we've done a bit of a young driver, we've done a bit of sports cars for £1,000. Let's see what estates are out there for £1,000. So, estates. I do feel you get a good estate for the money. Look at this, Vauxhall Vectra. Again, this is just something you can drive around in, get everyone in and out, all that good stuff. Black estate, Vauxhall Vectra, automatic, 117,000 miles. It might have some problems. Failed its MOT on emissions. Not sure what that could be. Car is down on power, but it's 400 quid. Again, probably not the car you want to buy. Probably not the car you want to spend money on, but it's there if you wanted to. Not a bad shout. Another Passat there. Spares or repairs though, not really what we want. Let's keep going right down. I think most of the stuff at around £1,000 has, it's either spares or repairs, or it's just been made to be nice, so it might not need too much work. I've just actually been on Instagram. A lot of people saying the X1s and stuff seem to be, and the X3s seem to be one of those cars that are really heavily coming down in price. And I feel that that's probably quite a good shout if you want a 4x4 for that sort of money. But depends if you're after a 4x4 or not. We have another A4 here. I know I've just looked at an A4 convertible, but this is another good shout because I don't think they're really that bad. You've got a nice interior. They're nice to drive. 55 gearbox fault, so we'll walk away from that one. We'll go back to estates. And the last estate we'll look at is this one here. Full Subaru dealer history. 255,000 miles, but it's 995 quid, and it's the Subaru Legacy 2 litre. That is not a bad shout. That will literally go, in my opinion, forever. It's one of those cars. Look how big the hole is in the driver's... See, that's madness. Wow, that, again, it's been used. It's been used. I'm not going to say it's been abused, but it's had a life. It's category S and category N at the same time. Okay, don't buy that one. Go back because you could probably find a Legacy for cheaper than that, let's be honest, or at least one around the same price that hasn't been completely destroyed. Oh, look at that. Spares, repairs, runs, cool. So, VW Touareg for £1,000. I think you're going to get yourself into a little bit of bother with that. Gearbox issue in the X5 for the money. 300C, bidding up. Yeah, we're getting close to our budget here. The last one I did actually want to have a look at is Volvo's. Volvo V70, 2.4 litre D5, needs TLC, read description, 06 plate. It's like silvery green. Interesting colour choice. Full leather, not a bad car for the money. £1,100. Bad points. Heating isn't working properly. Passenger side plastic seal is missing. Boot needs tidying. Not written off. For £1,000, that will go forever. 173,000 miles. I'd say that's probably my last pick in the estates. So there we go, guys. A variety of cars there, from cars that you could buy when you're sort of 17, 18 years old to get into for your first car if you have £1,000 to spend. If you're looking for a summer toy at £1,000, I think maybe a Z3 manual if you could, an A4 convertible maybe, and a Mark 1 MX-5 is always going to be the car that I'm going to say is probably your best bet under £1,000 for a summer toy. Or just mundane, normal cars that do the brunt of the work, the school run, going to the shops, all that sort of stuff. Volvo V70 estate, I think it's a good shout. An A4 estate, I think, is probably the one I would personally go for. But as an all-rounder, I think the VW EOS is probably your best shout there. And I know there's going to be a lot of people out there be like, what are you even on about? It ticks all the boxes. It's very economical if you're going to buy a diesel one. If not, you can buy the TFSI petrol one. If you can find one under 1,200 quid with the red leather, nice, you know, colour combo, black outside maybe, the roof maybe works, maybe doesn't. It can only be a motor. The motor's maybe expensive, not too sure. But I do think that that's probably your best bet. If you wanted something convertible that you haul your family in and has a big boot, is still exciting in a sense, but is reliable and good on fuel. I think that's probably, if not an A4 convertible, a VW EOS. But of course, as ever, guys, let me know in the comments below, what would you buy for £1,000? And what would it tick off? Would it be the young driver's car that you need? Is it the summer toy you want? Or is it the mundane, normal, estate MPV that you need to put your family in? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And we'll see you all on the next one.